Good afternoon, everybody. If you are already following the Lil'Chap Hikes Facebook page, you already know this. I am done with Amazon, so it's time to do a gear video. Now that I have some time, got a few weeks left to do a little bit of prep before I'm hitting the AZT. If you are not already following the Lil'Chap Hikes Facebook page, I do plan to be posting some more current stuff, and it won't be as delayed as what I'm posting on YouTube. So if you're interested, give me a follow on there. Now, I'm going to do this gear video a little bit differently. I did a very long, in-depth gear video upon the finish of my PCT. So this video, I'm just going to try to quickly go through, tell you what I'm using for the AZT, and I'm only going to talk a little bit about things that I changed or let you know what had to be replaced because the other was worn out. So let's see how quickly I can do this. Let's start with the big three. So my tent. I did have to buy a new tent. You all know that I went through a couple tents on the PCT and I really needed to get a new duplex. I did buy a new Z-Pax duplex. I got this one in the spruce green, which is one of the thicker Dyneema colors. I've not slept in it yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I've set it up in the yard and I'm eager. There's a couple small changes to it, but it is the Duplex Classic. It is not the Zip. I did replace the tent stakes. All my stakes, some of them weren't even new before the PCT. So with the brand new tent, I did start off with some new stakes, and I'm using the MSR Groundhog Minis. My quilt, exact same quilt. I confessed before that I had never washed that thing after the AT and PCT. I've washed it. I followed all the instructions. It was a little scary there in the middle, but it is pretty much like brand new. Super excited about that. My sleeping pad. I had a little bit of issues towards the end of the PCT, but for the most part, it worked perfectly. I did replace it because I did not want to. It was slowly losing some air. When I would fill it up overnight, it would be partially deflated by morning. I tried multiple times, finally found a hole, patched it, blew it up. The next morning, it was still a little bit deflated. So I've got a new sleeping pad, the same Sea to Summit pillow as I finished the PCT with. The other part of the big three is my pack. I'm not going to go through all the details with this. I loved the Hyperlight Southwest. The only thing I didn't love about it is the side pockets were too tall for me to reach the water bottles. So then I had to put a water bottle chest holder or a water bottle holder on my chest strap, which meant I had to then move the phone to a fanny pack. I really didn't want to use a fanny pack, and I really wanted to be able to use access my water bottles on the fly. So one thing kind of led to another. The other part here is when I was in Georgia on the AT in December, I got measured at a outfitter, and they told me my torso size was a couple inches different than what I had thought it was. So I thought, wow, maybe I've been using the wrong size pack based on what they told me for over 6,000 miles. So I thought, well, maybe I should try the different size. So I ordered a Hyperlight Mountain Gear in a large. Then what happened, before I ever got it, like 2 days after I placed the order, they started their biggest sale of the year. So I emailed them and said, hey, I never even got my pack. Now they're $80 off. Can I get that, or do I need to return this? Like, what do I have to do to get that? They were great customer service. They emailed right away, we'd be happy to credit your account, and they credited me $80. So I got this pack. I loaded it up, but I kept the tags on it. I did a 10-mile walk with it, and I knew right away, this pack is too big. So I came home, I had my mom help me. We measured my torso size. It was exactly like what I always thought it was. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they told me my torso size was different. But by that point, I could have just set the pack back, got a new fanny pack because the zipper was broken on my fanny pack. But then I felt bad because Hyperlight had been so great already and already refunded me the $80 that was on sale. So I ended up with an Unbound. And I have loaded it up just today, actually. So I just got it in. And I walked 8 miles with it fully loaded. I put 31.5 pounds in it just because that's what it ended up being when I threw all the... I took 3.5 liters of water, a whole bunch of food. I was just trying to carry a bunch of weight. And just like my other Hyperlight, wonderful, except I can easily reach all the water bottles in all the pockets. I don't need a hip belt or a fanny pack. I was able to reorganize and put everything in my hip belt pockets. So I am very happy that I will not be using a fanny pack. I will not be using a water bottle holder on my chest. I'll just go back to my phone holder. This is one I already had. It's a ULA. It came off of a different pack. I still have my Garmin. I did say in the last video that I may never carry a buff again, but I think I am going to carry the buff just because it could be dusty at times in the desert on the AZT. So I'm going to go ahead and carry the buff one more time. Okay, so that should be it for the big three. And you may notice I have a microphone right here. I'm trying this out. I don't know that I'm going to keep it. I ordered it trying to step up the game. But part of the problem is you have to use a receiver in your phone, and the receiver won't fit with a very thin phone case on. So that's kind of a pain. Playing with this microphone, I don't notice a difference on the volume. So I've tried a little more, read the instructions a little more. We're going to see how this turns out. Hopefully it's recording right now. I am going to be carrying a tripod. I've never carried a tripod on a long trail, but I do plan to carry a tripod. I got one right after the PCT that I've been using. It's very lightweight and very easy to use. So I'm excited to be bringing a tripod. Maybe I can get you all a little bit better camera angles at times. Let's see here. I did have to replace my trekking poles. I got the exact same as I've always used, the REI Traverse. The others were just very worn out. Clothing. I'm pretty much using all the exact same clothing. The exact same Enlightened Equipment puffy that I used on the AT and PCT. The same Montbell rain gear. However, I started looking into new rain gear and I realized that there is rain gear care instructions that I had no idea ever existed, and I have not taken care of my rain gear even remotely how you're supposed to. Apparently, you are supposed to wash it regularly in a tech wash and then heat treat it like in a dryer. Who would have thought? I always made sure I never put it in the dryer or washed it. So I have washed my rain gear in this tech treatment that I think was from Nick Wax. Followed all the instructions to dry it and heat treat it. And then I sprayed new waterproofing all over it. It looks brand new, even though I've carried it for 6,000 miles. I think it's going to be good to go. So I'm using the same rain gear, the same, just the cheap 32 heat base layers, my same Senshi. I did have to replace that really ratty outdoor research hat. I got another one. This is basically the same. It's slightly different, but I definitely wanted another sun hat. This one, I think is SPF 50. I did have to get a new sun hoodie because my other one was just really disgusting and had a lot of miles on it. I got another North Face one just because that's what I hiked the PCT from Bishop up through the Canadian border with, and I really liked it. I liked it a little better than the REI one that I was wearing before that. So I got another North Face sun hoodie. I don't remember the exact name of it. Wearing the exact same Patagonia Terrabon jogger pants when I need to wear pants. I did have to replace my shorts just because they were kind of tattered and very sun faded. I got another pair of the exact same ones. I was able to get the sun hoodie and the shorts on clearance from rei.com. And the sun hoodie apparently is being discontinued, and so are the shorts, which is not good because I love those shorts. They're the Brooks Brooks Running Sherpa shorts, I think. They have little pockets along the top, like little mesh pockets to carry gels, which I used it just in town, especially. My little hiker wallet fit in there. They're very fast drying. I cut out the liner. Exact same underwear, same darn tough socks. I did get some new gaiters. As you know, if you watch the PCT videos, I stopped wearing gaiters somewhere around the Sierra. But I did get new gaiters. They're kind of dirty because I was kind of muddy and I was hiking in them. I just got blue. The other thing with clothing, I'm going to talk about shoes now. I'm going to try something totally different with shoes. Again, these are also pretty muddy because I was just wearing them. These are the Brooks Calderas, I think is how you pronounce it. They're a very, very maximally cushioned shoe, just like my Hokas and the Topos that I hike a lot of the PCT in. I really like that it has a built-in gator trap on the back. You don't have to like stick adhesive on the back. And it's got a nice gator trap on the front, or whatever, you gator hook maybe. Um, Really what I liked about these is in my size, I was able to get them. This is like the 6, I think, and now they're up to a 7, or maybe this is a 5 and they're up to the 6, whatever it is. It's one iteration older, and I got them on Amazon for almost half price. So I bought one pair. I walked, I don't know, 40, 50 miles in them total. And I bought a second pair because I know they'll have to be replaced along the way. And I got exactly the same ones. I think these are going to work really well. They seem to be very cushioned. They seem to fit really well. The thing I really like is it kind of combines the best things I liked about the Topos, Topo Ultra Ventures, and the Hoka Challengers. It's a very cushioned, protective shoe, but it has a very aggressive sole. So I'm very excited to, hopefully these work out. We'll see. So I'm a little nervous and a little excited about this shoe change because I used to run in Brooks, but it's been a while. I'm also using the same insoles that I've always used, the Power Step, whatever they're called, with a metatarsal lift in them. Let's see. Like I said, no fanny pack. The exact same Cook system. Everything's the same there. I did get I don't know what I did with it. Somewhere around here, I had to get a new food bag. Here it is. I got a new food bag, just the exact same Z-Packs Bear bag. Somehow I ended up with a bigger one. I thought I had the biggest one they made before, but a lot of it was just, I don't know if it's delaminating or what. There's lots of loose strings coming off of it, and it was about to fall apart. But I used the same food bag on all the backpacking I've done up until now. When I ordered this one, it says L. I guess it's the large. I don't know what the difference is, what they're called. But this one is significantly bigger than the other. I don't think I needed this big, but this is what I got, so it is what it is. The same Toaks titanium pot and BRS stove. Everything's the same there. All my electronics, ditty bag, first aid kit, repair gear, carrying all the exact same stuff that I've already covered in detail. Same water filter, the Platypus that I finished the PCT. I'll still be using the same one. I have the same C-Knock bag. Maybe I should get a new one of these. This is pretty... I mean, I washed it, but it's kind of discolored. But I think it's fine. I'm going to keep using it. The exact same trowel or snow stake that I've talked about before. I think that may be it. I did have to replace my Tyvek ground sheet and my 1/8 foam pad for under my sleeping pad. Those did really well to protect my sleeping pad. I had so much better sleeping pad luck on the PCT than I did the AT. So I will be doing the same there. The only thing that I may still add that I'm kind of iffy about is I may carry a sit pad in addition to, because during the day on the PCT, I would just open up my Tyvek and sit on it. But once I set up camp at night, the Tyvek was under the tent. My 1/8 pad was under my sleeping pad, and I never put that on the ground because I didn't want sticky things to get stuck in it and then put it under the sleeping pad. I never put it directly on the ground. So once I was set up at night, I always had to eat dinner either in my tent or sitting on the ground with nothing to protect me from sharp, pokey things on the ground. So it's only 2 ounces. I already have one. So I may throw a sit pad on there as well. I think that pretty much covers everything. I was trying to do this quick, down and dirty. If you want full details, all the ditty bag and all the different stuff, feel free to check out my PCT gear video. Other than that, thank you all again for watching, and I'm looking forward to getting out there.